Hi everybody, it's Monica. So I'm here today to share with you my field notes journal book that I created, and I shared my idea with you a few days ago, probably about a week ago, when I had also shared with you some ideas for using the new stamp set from Holtz, which is the field set stamp set. And as a digital designer, I'm fortunate that if I have a stamp set that I like, I can create a digital set to go with it to help with my creative process. So of course, when you think of, field notes, you think of nature, you think of flowers, bugs, mushrooms, and some of Tim's stamps are perfect for this. So I said I would go ahead and share with you my field notes journal kit, and then I'm going to go ahead and pick two people from the prior video to get this digital set. Now, when I created this set, I wanted not only to create a journal, but I wanted to create inserts, kind of like if you were on a, kind of like an adventure and you wanted to gather specimens, maybe you wanted to gather, notes, different things that you would put inside of your journal for your field notes set. So that's kind of what I'm going to create for you. And I wanted my journal to look old. I wanted it to look like it was an old leather book, not a real big journal, but something that maybe you would carry in your backpack, and that's really what I was going for. So I'm really excited to share this book with you. It's not put together because I wanted to show you how you could actually use it along with some of the inserts. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to go ahead and share with you the book. I think I'm going to go ahead and show you how I put the cover together because I want to show you exactly how I was able to get the rounded spine on my field notes book, and then I wanted to share with you some of the stamp sets that go perfectly with this book. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so here's the book, you guys, and I'm going to go ahead and kind of share with you a quick flip through, and then we're going to go ahead and stamp some of the pages so I can show you how some of the coordinating stamps will work perfect with this. And then I'm also going to show you some of the inserts that I created. Now this closure here was just something that this was my prototype that I kind of put together, and this closure is just something that I put together. I think probably on the next one I'll put those magnets so that way it can just close with a magnet, and I think that would be really great. And this is just a piece of paper that folds over. And then this label here is the field label from Tim's field notes set. All right, so when you open it up, this is how the outside looks here, and then this is the inside. And I just distressed this with distress ink, but I have some paper that you could also lay over this. And then I created a couple pockets here just to put some items in. And these are just things maybe you would take on your trip, maybe pictures of your kids, maybe a tag, just something I was playing with. And then the back is simply some tape, and let me see if I can find the tape. Oh, there it is. Let's see. I don't know where it's at, but it's basically this, but it's the 1 inch, and it worked really well for the binding. So I'll show you how I did that to be able to get the rounded corner. And this is just one sheet of paper. I didn't double it, and then when I put the tape to cover the spine, then I just kind of used my fingers to round it, so that way I would get the rounded edge for it. It's not quite a crease, but more like a round, like a notebook. So I was able to do that pretty easily. Now, as far as the inserts, in the kit you're going to get lots of inserts, and these will fit perfectly inside of your journal. So once you get everything stamped, you can sew it in or, attach it with elastic, however you decide to go. But there's lots of great areas for journaling, maybe for note-taking. This is one of the stickers we created with one of Tim's sets, the best day ever. So there's a lot of ways you can use his stamp set. I created a pocket here where you can stick items, just more pages that you can stamp on, checklists that you can use this for, notes. And then this, I wanted to show you, like I said, some of his stamp sets go perfect with this. this particular page I used from the Entomology stamp set, and it's this stamp right here, and it fits perfectly on the pages, so that was really nice. And then off of this, you know, you can easily add bugs to your pages. But in the kit, you're going to also get this little pouch here. I stamped it with the specimen stamp, which is off of the Field Notes stamp set. And then inside the envelope, I put some bugs. But you can put bugs, you can put flowers, anything that you're creating a specimen for your field notes. But that's kind of why I created this, so you can put some of your specimens in here. And then some text where you can put some of your items, journal entries, maybe to keep track of your expenses when you're out on your journey. More pockets, and this was just created by, you know, gluing two sides together, nothing fancy. Lots of spaces. I created this little pouch here for some of my specimens, and I'll be sharing those with you in just a minute. More pages. And I think you're going to get 15 pages in this kit that are all different. So you're going to, like I said, you're going to get, you know, writing pages. You're going to get pages that have just some grunge on it. Pages that have, you know, printed items on it to make it look like a real journal. And then some blanks, of course. But just lots and lots of options here. And then on this here, I created this little envelope. These are some of the stickers that we created in the last video. So I created a little envelope to put some of my labels in here. And then I attached it with this little paper clip. So really, really fun. Now, I wanted to share with you some of the inserts that I created for this kit. And let me go ahead and share this with you. Here's some of the inserts that I haven't cut out yet. Now, when you're on a trip collecting specimens, you know, you may want to have some information about what you're collecting. So I wanted to create these three cards here that have, you know, exactly the class of what it is and information as far as the beetle, the spider, and then your butterflies. And then you have some blank ones here where you can easily put your own specimens. And I size these, again, perfectly to be able to work with the Entomology set as well as the tiny Toadstools, because I think that these are going to work perfectly. And then you're going to get two envelopes. I shared this with you, but your envelopes come like this and they're flat, so you can stamp on them, and then you can just put them together really easily. So you're going to get two envelopes. You're going to get a couple of reference books that you can put together. So this is a dictionary encyclopedia for field notes. And then you're going to have a zoological lectures book that you can put together also, because you're going to want some field references when you're out in the field. All right, now the specimen labels are really fun because I size them a couple of ways. I size them to be able to work with these stamps here, which come from the field notes, so you can easily put some of these here to work with your field note stamp set. But I left it open because on his stamps you have a line, so when you stamp it, it's going to actually create a little box for you. But I also wanted to leave it open so you can use it with some of your other items. So, you know, if you wanted to do a specimen card, you know, with your Entomology stamp set, you can do it with these easily. And I think most of the stamps will work with these, if not pretty close. So you're going to have these little specimen specimen notes that you can use your stamp set on. You're going to have some labels, and this is really fun. Here's some example of what I stamped. So you can stamp off of the field notes. You know, you got numbers. Your field notes, this one here, while it's a bigger stamp, I was able to stamp it just using the field label. So that's how I sized that, just to be able to create labels. And then you have, you know, number stamps that you could put numbers as well. So don't think that you have to use necessarily this whole stamp, which is what this was on my cover. You can also just use part of it, the stamp, to create little labels, and that's what I did for these. But certainly, you know, your bugs would fit in here as well if you wanted to put your bugs or just your numbers, or even, like I said, your mushrooms. All right, so you're going to get labels. You're going to get different sizes labels, size of labels, and then you're going to get these little fragile handle with care, as well as special handling. And these also could go on your little envelopes that you have. I don't know where I put it, but the envelope that had all the little bugs, those could easily go on that as well. All right. And then finally, you just have some more specimen cards, and I'm giving you some of the cards that have the bugs already on them, or even flowers, because again, you know, if you're in field notes can be bugs, it could be flowers, so a lot of things that you can collect when you're on a journey. So I wanted to be able to create the field notebook to work with a variety of stamp sets. So I'm giving you some of these labels that already have the animals, or not the animals, but the bugs on them. But then I'm also giving you some blanks again, so you can stamp your own. So these will really work nice for that. And like I said, not necessarily just, you know, bugs, but you can also use your mushroom stamps as well. So I sized them intentionally to be able to work with some of these sets, because like I said, as a digital designer, I can create sets to work with my stamp sets, to help me along with my projects. Now, one thing I did want to point out for you, when I was designing the actual journal pages, let me just point this out. I tried to make it where the edges look like they have distress ink, but you can certainly add your own distress ink. I know not everybody has every color, so I wanted to design some of my pages to look like you've already distressed your pages, and this is how it comes out. I didn't add any distress ink to it, but I did add ink to this to make it look old. So your book's gonna work to make it look like an old vintage field notes journal book. And then of course, once you get all of your stamps in, and you know, you have it the way that you like it, then you can just easily just bind it into your journal. And I've done videos on those before on how to do that. But really what I wanted to do is just give you a walkthrough of show you some of the possibilities with this set. I had a lot of fun putting this kit together, and that's because I have a lot of the stamps that will work with this. And I know not everybody has these stamp sets, but if you don't, you can still use the kit to put together a really fun field notes journal book. Now, as always, I'm going to leave a list of these stamp sets that will work really nicely with this. And one thing I ask you, I know that in the last video I saw that a lot of people said they purchased the video, or they purchased the field notes stamp set. And I want to remind you, if you purchase any of the links with the links below, I do get a small percentage, and that does help to support my YouTube channel, and it's no extra cost to you. So if you do end up buying any of the stamp sets that I share with you, I would really appreciate it if you use some of my links, because that does help my channel, and it enables me to continue to bring you content as well as give you some of my freebies. So make sure you stick around. At the end of the video, I'll go ahead and I'll list the 2 names that are the winners of this kit, and then all you need to do is email me and I will get you your kit. And the kit is available in the shop now, so I will put a special coupon code for you also below in the description, so you can get 10% off of the kit as well. And I'll do that for a few days. So if you're interested in getting the kit, be sure to grab it while you can get your discount. All right, so I hope everybody enjoyed my field notes journal kit. It was a lot of fun creating it, and I think you'll have a lot of fun with it as well. All right, everybody, thanks so much, and we'll see you again next time.